It's very interesting.
Definitely. That's a conversation for another day.
I know I heard you talking about that money. They do. I tell people all the time. I ain't supposed to tell them. I was like, I had to tell this one guy, he was so upset, he probably like in his 50s, and he was like going off on me. I said, okay, listen, my mama says you can't get blood out of a turnip. I said, do you understand what I'm saying? Because everything is recorded without me telling you. If you don't put money in savings, they can't freeze it. Oh yeah, they'll freeze. They'll put a hold on money, freeze money from.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I've seen it happen. I've seen a guy
Okay.
go and work his comp, and he didn't get none of his 30,000.
Oh yeah.
So I tell him, don't put it in a bank. If you don't want it, take it. Hey, that's just being straight up.
Yep.
You know, I know I heard you talking about that money. They do. I tell people all the time. I ain't supposed to tell them. I was like, I had to tell this one guy, he was so upset, he probably like, yes, yes. He was like going off on me. I said, okay.
Yep.
Law enforcement is all very interesting.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. There we go. All right. So that is on pause. Okay. I did that. I done did that good. And I got this going on. Yeah, we got it going on tonight. And I want, yeah, when I switched screens the other day, um, it did the hooky doke on me. So they have you working from home?
Some days, one day, 3 days, one day, 2 days, and we just started like mid-March, just so we don't have so many people in the office. But we have our own office. We go in, shut our door. We got on printers, we got on computers.
Okay.
We go to court on Thursdays. Every Thursday's court day.
Like clockwork.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Court's always interesting too.
The what? Say again?
Court days are always interesting too.
How you doing, brother? Oh, his audio's not on yet. We pause everything. Okay. All right, let me stop it. I can start it, I believe. Turn on original sound. Turn on original sound. And I can hit record when I'm starting. Good. Everything's on set. How you doing? Can you hear me? You got that light behind you, Brother Keith. If you could turn around and face the light. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
I won't be able to look at my computer if I do that.
Oh, okay. Um,
Guess I have to keep. Guess I have to keep it like this.
yeah, otherwise, the light is so blinding behind you. You know, or if you're gonna sit with the light behind you, put your screen down so it doesn't capture the light bulb. Because right now we're seeing the ceiling,
Oh, okay. Let me
So
cut this now.
if you bring it up to your head, you know,
How's that?
yeah, that's much better. Yeah, there you go. There we go. And we are waiting for. Yeah, there you go. And we can even read your screen from the glasses. I'm just joking. I'll tell you a little joke. I'll tell you something funny though. Well, we got a minute. Um, I went to Berkeley College of Music, and they had uh, a ear training class. We had ear training, and the teacher wore these thick glasses. And the way the piano was set up in the angle and where I sat at, I could see what he was playing on his piano. And I could, when you're a kid, you can do all kind of things. You can read backwards if you have to. So he would do chords like, and I would say, oh, that's a F major 7 over G, and he would go, wow, you got perfect hearing. But I
Oh
was looking
man.
at his hands, man. I could see what he was playing, So then he started going real deep and going outside the key and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, that's a plus 5 and this, that, and the other. Six minus 7 flat 5, and he was like, man, you were perfect. I'm like, yeah, man, I can read it. I mean, it was partially my ear too. I couldn't read everything he was playing, but I could tell, it was a tip when I could see his hands, and then I could use my ears and I could say, oh yeah, I hear a flat 5 and this, that, and the other. But yeah, so I got like an
Mm.
A in that class, and nobody ever knew the secret. And I sat in the same place. So reflections.
It's a good message. Reflection.
Yep.
Mhm.
Open. Okay. Lady Gray is opening some email. I just got a notice. So I believe she'll probably be here soon. So how'd your day go for you, Keith? Brother Keith?
Busy.
Messy?
I said very busy.
Oh, busy.
Yes. A lot of yards.
Yeah, you must be getting a little tired now.
I am tired.
Physically.
Huh?
Physically.
I'm physically tired, yes.
Mm.
Amen. But mentally able.
Yeah. Busy day.
Yep. That's good. That's good. Jordan, how was your day?
My day was pretty good. Uh, did mostly creative U work stuff. Read a little bit too. I'm reading a mixing book, so spend a lot of
Okay.
time reading too.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hey
Hello. How
Vicky.
you doing?
Good, good.
Your volume is a little low, or maybe it's me.
Uh, 64. Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes, that's better.
much better.
Okay.
You can hear me good? Awesome. Yeah, I was wondering why everybody was always saying that I was low. And I have another box. You can't see this behind my computer screen. And basically what it does, it controls my speakers. So I had it set up for this room, not thinking that, hey, I can turn my speakers down or turn them off and then turn the board up more so you guys can hear me. It was like a duh moment. For 2 weeks, I was in duh moment. I figured it out though. Now I got it. Got it good. Going good. So I don't even have to bring the mic straight up to me. I can have it just pointed at me now. And I think you guys are hearing me well.
Yeah,
If not,
yeah.
I still got more headroom. Okay. Is Pastor coming on?
No, he's not home yet.
Okay. Awesome.
Maybe when he comes home, he will, but he's not here yet.
Not a problem. Okay. Um, how do we do? Hold on. Let me just start the recordings.
Oh, Lord.
And here, record here. Wait, that didn't take. Oh, it's asking me. Record. I'll record to my computer. Yeah. And
Deborah, I can't see you.
yeah, we're good. Say it again.
No, Sister Deborah's kind of dark. Can't see her. Oh, really? Okay, let's see. Let's go back in the light.
The light, the light.
Go into the light.
Mm.
Yeah, the light. You know, when there's light behind us, it
Oh,
makes
so
our
I need to be in
cameras.
front.
You know,
I
it makes
I
our
was
cameras shut down. So if you just, I don't know if you can, if you can just turn, if you can turn your camera more to your left and get that window out of it,
oh,
probably do better.
is that better? I, I think it is now, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay, um, first things first. How did everybody do with their project?
I tried.
Okay,
Hey,
well that's
I
good.
tried.
That's good. Oh, we're missing Randy. Where's Randy at?
Raymond,
Raymond. Raymond. I forgot about Raymond almost. Um, well, I guess he.
probably had to work today.
Oh, okay. I spoke to him last night. He said he would be on today. But
Okay.
yep. So we'll just keep on going. And he can catch the video, and that's a good thing. Uh, so uh, who wants to share what they did so far? I mean, just tell us. Just send us an email, or you can share the.
like I said, I did mine on a spa services. Okay. I
Okay.
attempted to do it. I recorded the voice and tried to find some spa like rain music and some Chinese chimes, yoga. Didn't quite find that. I kind of put my little stuff in, try to fade out my music, try to make my voice volume loud.
Okay.
Mm.
So I caught myself saving it, but I thought, ooh,
Okay.
I recorded the voice good by using some earphones,
Ah,
Good.
and that
yeah,
worked.
Awesome.
yeah. She was paying attention. She took good notes.
Right.
I can hear it good, and I can actually hear it when I actually save the project, but going in to edit it, like the voice part, I did it first and then add the right loops and beats and stuff and rain and nah.
Right. So, how about how do they share that, Jordan? What's the best way that they can share it? What's the
To invite you to their project. So let me go to it so I can see what the screen looks like.
Yeah, let me let you
And I clicked it, invite.
Oh, when you go in there on your project, you can just invite Douglas Green. Or no, music production instructors.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I just made it so you can share, so everybody can share.
I caught myself doing that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So did you click the orange share button at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then type in music production instructors.
Well, let's just see here.
I'll put it in the chat.
When I clicked on it, look, I hit like, if you hit spa, of course you're out now, but if you hit spa, it shows, I hit it, I call myself saving it, plus, like there's a plus outside of the project, it says invite.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see now. Invite. Okay, so I did invite.
I see. Oh
Oh,
Lord, Lady
yes,
Vicky.
the oh lordy.
You see my
Oh lordy.
I see hers,
having fun. I said, okay.
and I don't see yours, Sister Deborah, or yours, um, brother.
It says the invitation was sent to Douglas Green.
No,
Oh wow.
send it to what he said.
Music production instructors.
Right,
Okay.
Mm.
music
Oh
production.
Lord. Now it's like, okay, I see here. Let's see. If I hit plus uh invite, it comes
Mhm.
up. Um let's see where it's going to. Well, I probably got to try to find the project now. Like I'm under my it says let's see here. I just see when you go down through here, you see, oh, music production instructors. Okay.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, I did that.
Okay, I should get in a minute. Hold on, let me just refresh.
I see it now.
Okay, you're. Oh, we're both logged in.
Yeah, I'm still logged in on the MPI app one on Soundtrap.
Okay, cool. I'm still. There we go. Okay, so we'll listen to yours first. High music production with project.
It's
Okay,
rough.
let me accept this. I'm doing hers first, Lady Vicky.
I'm cringing over here like, oh.
I try to I try to fade out the music, hear the voice. I don't know what I know what I did, but it didn't work.
Okay,
uh,
and I'm gonna share the screen. And brother Keith, did you get? Did you send me yours also?
I did not even get a chance to get it. You
Oh, I think
started
you did.
good on it.
Oh, okay, no
What
worries.
I end up getting some beats together first, and then I forgot to save it, and then lost all my beats and had to start all over again. So
How dare it?
That's Lady Vicky.
uh,
I said, how dare it? I'm waiting for it to come up, and I'm doing several things at the same time on this computer. There we go.
That's mine.
Yeah. Oh, whose is this?
That's mine.
that's yours.
Okay. I thought I clicked the other one.
You did.
I thought I did.
You did. You clicked on the spa, Lady
Oh
Vicky. That's
yeah.
the spa.
Okay. This is a spa.
Hmm. I
So
didn't click on that.
Mm-mm.
and let me close this out.
You gonna get all kinds of stuff. See, I try to fade out, fade in.
I'm trying to move y'all out the way. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. It looks good. Let's
You
listen
can't.
to it.
My voice is not loud.
Okay, so we'll show you how to fix that. And here we go. Tell me if y'all can hear this too.
Your day has been filled with a lot of challenges today. It's left you feeling stressful. You deserve a massage today. Give us your body for 1 hour. A spa massage.
Okay.
All right now.
Let's pull the music back. Let's pull the music back.
Ready for a spa?
Yeah.
1 hour. No more.
1 hour.
1 hour.
And right here is where you turn up the volume.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn up the volume on your track. Come on.
Which is what I thought I did, but it wouldn't let me.
Why won't it let me turn you up? Okay.
I did all that, but couldn't get it to go up.
Probably because we had. Let me delete the automation.
What does that master volume do? What does it do at the bottom in the left hand corner?
Okay. What? I'll answer that in 1 second. What happened was, it was on automation. So now I got it where I can turn the volume up, because it was on
Really
automation.
stressful. You deserve a massage today. Give us your body.
I like that.
Mm.
So
Your day has been filled with a lot of challenges.
let's let it override this. No, that's good. I like it.
Mm.
Let me take off that, and I'm overlapping the music.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we're gonna do is, remember when I showed you, if we click on this microphone,
Mm-hmm.
we can go over here, and
Do the effects.
yes, and let's take it to dry,
Mm-hmm.
and close that, and then we're gonna take effects, and there's actually a volume effect in here.
Mm-hmm.
So we click on add effect,
Okay, that's where you did the volume.
right, and where was it at? Boom, 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 boom. Not room. No, it's a one knobber. Anybody see it? Why can't I see it?
Overdrive? No, no. Which one?
No, it just says. I think it says volume. It's a one knobber.
I don't see that one.
Oh, here it is. It's down at the bottom. Sorry. And we can bring this up, and let's see how it sounds.
Mhm.
You deserve a massage today. Give us your body for 1 hour. A spa massage experience you will remember. Enjoy a facial massage, hand and foot massage, a back massage, a body exfoliating using sugar scrubs. We use the best pure essential oils, herbal lotions, and creams. Let your mind go. You just walked into a soundproof room. You can smell the fresh aroma, mist of pure essential oils released in the room: vanilla, orange, lemongrass, peppermint, lavender, your favorite scent. It's like a taste of spring, summer, or autumn that has filled the room. You're now lying on a lustrous massage bed. Close your eyes. You hear the soft music playing in the background. Soft candles are burning, low lights. You're feeling relaxed and calm. Now you feel the full surface of the hand in contact with your skin across your lower back, working upward slowly towards your neck. A gliding touch covering all your back. Enjoy the moment. Now the massaging palms of your hands. Now your fingers, your toes, you feel so refreshed and rejuvenated as we come to the end of the massage. You will come back for more. We have the best trained professional therapists, a 5-star rating clean facility located at the Lake Riley Spa Resort.
Nice.
Good.
Very
I felt like
nice.
I had a massage. That's what the
Yeah.
You ready for a
I
massage?
Yes.
That
I'm
was
ready
good.
Right.
for
Okay. You see what I'm doing here, right?
Yes. I just couldn't really find the music, the little Chinese, the yoga music.
Uh
I
huh.
couldn't find any of that, so I just plugged something in.
You did good. So we could do like this and fade it out. uh, fade that out at the end. Um, I like that you faded it there.
Mm-hmm.
Fade it here and fade this in. Um, yeah, I didn't need this. I didn't need this automation.
We'll save that. I might use that, Brother Douglas.
That's what we're hoping. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And do a little fade in here. See these toggles right at the top of the fade?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sliding them, and that's giving me the fade.
Okay.
Fade out. Okay.
And I was trying to right click and make it come up.
Right. You just let me. I turned off the automation because we didn't really
Okay.
do automation.
Mm-hmm.
I messed up something because I lost the. That was a. Hold on. What happened to the? What is this? Synth, chimes, and bow. For some reason, I lost the waveform. Synth, chimes, and bow. So excuse me. I'll pull it in again for you. Synth.
Oh, that's okay. I just was messing with it.
Oh, I didn't get the number.
Yeah.
Synth, chimes, and bow. Okay. If you notice, whenever I don't know why it does that though. I lost the waveform again. You saw that again?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that Jordan?
Hmm.
So it wasn't just me. So I got the waveform there, and all I did was shorten it. See, it did it again.
You need to you gotta cut it back to the base region first, and then
Oh,
yeah, you can just cut out that original region, or you can just go from the loop circle from the end and drag it down.
now I'm not getting it at all anymore. So, okay. So all of these are. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay. So I got to cut this from the. I got to do a cut right there. Split the region. Come on, Doug. Okay, it's not gonna let me split the region. Can I? Okay, so I can squeeze it down. I got you. I got it. Okay, and then bring it out to there. And okay, let me do what I was doing before. Fade this in. Fade this out. Fade this in. Fade this in. Fade this out. Give it a little fade here and a little fade there. Here a fade, there a fade, everywhere a fade, fade. And let's listen to it now. And let me save it. And I'm wanting to get rid of tracks that aren't being used.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that. If there's,
Right.
it's just because you can wind up with a project with like 20 tracks and 10 of them are empty.
Right.
And so
Gotcha.
for organization's sake, I just keep, I delete empty tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Your day has been filled with a lot of challenges today. It's left you feeling stressful. You deserve a massage today. Give us your body for 1 hour. A spa massage experience you will remember. Enjoy a facial massage, hand and foot massage, a back massage, a body exfoliating using sugar scrubs. We use the best pure essential oils, herbal lotions, and creams. Let your mind go. You just walked into a soundproof room. You can smell the fresh aroma mist of pure essential oils released in the room: vanilla, orange, lemongrass, peppermint, lavender, your favorite scent. It's like a taste of spring, summer, or autumn that has filled the room. You're now lying on a lustrous massage bed. Close your eyes. You hear the soft music playing in the background. Soft candles are burning, low lights. You're feeling relaxed and calm. Now you feel the full surface of the hand in contact with your skin across your lower back, working upward slowly towards your neck. A gliding touch covering all your back. Enjoy the moment. Now the massaging palms of your hands. Now your fingers, your toes. You feel so refreshed and rejuvenated as we come to the end of the massage. You will
How's it sounding so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's.
Good job.
Very nice.
Um, the other thing we want to do to your voice is put a little bit of reverb in. I don't know. I guess because we have it on flat, dry, it's not using that reverb there. So I'm going to add a little bit of reverb to your voice and put you in a. The idea of reverb. Okay, let's. Everybody understands what reverb is. It's like when
Mm-hmm.
you're in a cathedral or
Mm-hmm.
a large room or something like that. Um, what we call them in music industry is spaces, or we put you
Oh,
in a room. Okay, and the way that we use reverb in music is to create dimension. Um, so, like if you have a lead singer, the best way for me to explain it, if you have a lead singer, for instance, and that lead singer needs to be up front. When you see that person in a band, they're up front,
right.
and the background singers are behind them or on the right side, for instance, and the drummers behind them, and the guitar players on the left, the bass players on the right, keyboard players next to whatever. So when we hear music at a concert or at a church or anything like that, we're hearing the music coming from different locations. We're also hearing that the background vocals are behind the lead vocalist and all that kind of stuff. Well, the way we do that in recording is we put the background vocals, obviously they're mixed a little different than the front vocals. So we may put the front vocalist in a room to give some kind of character or not. It depends on what you like or don't like. I'm just gonna use a little put a medium room right now, and let's see it.
come back for more. We have the best trained professional therapists, a 5-star rating clean facility.
I'm in the wrong track, am I? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm in the voice.
Mm-hmm. Univoice.
Let me get you off of dry.
Located at the Lake Raleigh Spa.
No, we don't want that.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Right.
uh, let's try podcast since we're playing around. And obviously, telephone is EQ'd to sound like somebody on a telephone. So,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, if you wanted to act like somebody was a call in, it's cool, kind of cool, because you can put that sound on them, so it sounds like somebody on the telephone. Okay.
Resort.
Let me go back.
Body for 1 hour. A spa massage experience you will remember. Enjoy a facial massage, hand and foot massage, a back massage, or body exfoliating using sugar scrubs.
Okay, let me get a. I see what they did. They put a it's got EQ in and stuff like that on it. Let's put the reverb on this, and let's see what
We use the best pure essential oils, herbal lotions, and creams. Let your mind go.
we. As you can see, the different rooms, church.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You just walked
I'm
into a
not hearing anything.
soundproof room. You can
That's pretty good.
smell the fresh
You hear
aroma,
it?
mist of pure essential oils released in the room: vanilla, orange, lemongrass, peppermint, lavender, your favorite scent. It's like a taste of spring, summer, or autumn that has filled the room.
I'm not
You're
hearing.
now
I'm
locked.
not hearing on here. I'm not hearing any reverb, and I don't know why.
Mm-mm.
Challenges today. It's left you feeling stressful. You deserve a massage today. Give us your body for 1 hour. A spa massage experience you will remember. Enjoy a face.
Well, what I did was I saved it. So if you sync your project, you'll have
Mm-hmm.
all the changes that I did today,
Okay.
and you'll probably hear. I don't know whether it's because of all the stuff that I got going on,
Mm-hmm.
that you can't hear the reverb, but um, you will hear it when you hear it on your system.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave it at that. What I did also was I panned some of those things to the right and the left,
Mm-hmm.
so I kept your voice in the center.
I see that. Okay.
Okay? So and I turned down the volumes of the other channels so that they weren't over
Overlap.
blasting your
Mm-hmm.
vocal. So your vocal came out forward. You can play around with the reverb just a little bit sometimes. Sometimes just a little bit makes it sound good.
Right.
So you can play around with those different rooms, church room and all that kind of plate and all those different kind of reverbs
Mm-hmm.
that are in that. And the way you do that is when we click on effects, that opens and then you see it says room.
Mm-hmm.
We click on that. There's like a little down arrow next to where it says
Right.
church.
The different ones.
And right, we can change the room to a wide room, a hallway, a plate. Plate is a kind of reverb that used to be in the old days. They had a little plate, and they somehow they put mics on this plate, and it would
Mm-hmm.
reverberate. The plate would reverberate. It was made out of metal, and then they would pick up the reverberation from that plate and run it back into the session. So the plate was actually a big giant, almost the size of a wall, and they would let that plate vibrate to, they would have a speaker in there and it would vibrate to whatever they're putting to it, and then they would actually um, then it would actually bring that mic it and bring it back into the system, so it sounds like you're in a room, but it was
Gotcha.
actually a fake way of doing reverb. So when you see plate, that's what it is: small plate, medium plate, big plate, rich plate, and then the other reverb. I like going through these little things um, just to show you the origin of the way everything was.
Mm-hmm.
The other form of reverb, other than like I was telling you last lesson, was that they used to put a mic in a room, and like, we all sound good in the shower. So,
Right.
if you put a mic in and they used to do this, you used to sing in the bathroom, and
Mm-hmm.
that would pick up the reverberation of the tub and all the way that it reverberates. Well, they had another way of doing it. It was called springs. So they would have these springs in a box, and again, they would shoot the 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 voices or the vibrations into those springs, and those springs, the way they pick up the vibration and vibrate, they bring that back in. It sounds like a type of reverberation.
Okay.
So those are different kinds of reverb, and obviously when you see room, they sampled the sound of a room, they sampled the sound of a church, closed
Mm-hmm.
room, wide room, hallway. Those are supposed to be more natural sounding. But be quiet. That's Siri. She always got to get in my face.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But so that's the background of what reverb is,
Okay.
and why we have it and what it does. And so for whatever reason, I had you pan to the anyway. So what we want to do is we want to put you always want to have your voice front and center. I'm clicking it again just for make sure I didn't mess up something. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, it's paying to the center. Okay, good. Anyway, so are there any questions on this before I go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody understood what I was saying? Okay.
I guess you would have to really take the time to like go in the rooms and listen for
Yeah.
the differentiations, because to me they
Mm-hmm.
all sound the same, but I guess they have certain uniqueness to them.
Right.
Right.
And this whole thing, music, this whole music production, what makes a good music producer and all of that kind of stuff is really guys that just they've spent time experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this literally becomes your instrument. I believe Berklee College of Music now actually calls actually uses says that a DAW is an instrument now. So they actually recognize a DAW, which is this is what this is, as being an instrument, because people can actually, I mean, you see concerts. I can send you concerts where there's no musicians at all, and the guys are sitting there on computers, and they're literally, and people they pay to 50,000 people in an outside concert, and there's no musicians. Well, musicians of what I call musicians, but they're playing the computers
Mhm.
literally, and there'll be one or two guys on the stage, and people pay $50 a head, and there'll be a concert with 50,000 people outside. In Europe, I know it's real big, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean not now during COVID, but they started off as DJs, a lot of them, and they got into this where they actually creating the music using computers, but they're doing it live. They're doing live creations of music. So
Wow.
yeah, and so this is knowing how to manipulate waveforms and how to manipulate audio and MIDI and these things and how to hook things up. Um, is qualified in some places as an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So you can learn this just like you would learn how to sing, just like you would learn how to play keyboards. It's got a lot of nuances. So the only way you learn is really by trying out, like we were just talking about, trying out the different um, reverbs, trying out different loops, trying out different beats, trying out different sounds, playing different things. I mean, it just that's where your imagination can run wild. Hey, that's one of our slogans. Creative music,
Mhm.
your imagination runs wild.
Okay.
That was our first slogan, believe it or
Okay.
not. So I'm pulling up Lady Grace. She's not holding her face now. That's good.
Mm.
All right. Travel and spa, they go hand in hand.
Mhm. Did y'all collaborate?
No, we didn't.
Oh.
Great minds think alike, obviously.
Oh, I already see that she did some ducking.
Okay, girl.
Mhm.
Oh,
I see that. Okay. Let me close this and let me just zoom out so I can see. Cool. Awesome.
Lady Vicky, you like you did some work, girl.
She's you're muted. You're muted. Unmute
I
yourself.
think it's more music than words.
I did a whole spill of words. Ooh,
All right.
I like the waves
The
now.
sand is calling. The waves are calling. Imagine enjoying the wonderful chance to get away from your busy life and escape to some good music, relaxation, and fun. For just $4.99 per person, you could be doing just that in no time. Just call your Oasis travel agent to find out about all their tropical weekend getaway specials. You'll be so glad you did.
Okay.
That was well done.
I like
Well
the
done.
waves, girl. See, that's why I was looking for the waves.
I loved it. Awesome. The only thing I did so far was you were pan. I turned your volume up and you were panned to the left.
It sounded so hollow. I didn't know how to fix it.
Well, I panned you to the center, and it probably because of your mic. You're using a computer mic,
Mhm.
so I'm hearing that's called the ambience from the room.
Hmm.
So rooms have their own reverb. I mean, this room you're hearing, the room I'm in has a type of sound. I mean, I have a carpet here, but I have solid. I have painted walls, and you can't see it, but I have a bookshelf over there, so the audio the audio that's coming out of my mouth, because I got headphones on, but still the audio that's coming out of my mouth is bouncing off the wall that's in front of me. My mic is picking a little bit of that up. Um, so that's what happens. That's why when you want to have a studio, you want to treat the walls like I would put in front of me. I would have wall treatment so that sound wouldn't be bouncing back to me. I have it where it's dispersed and not coming straight back to me. I would have what they call in the corners of my room. I would have bass. Uh, what's it called, Jordan?
Bass traps.
Yeah, thank you. Bass traps. I would have bass traps in the corners and stuff like that, and that would make to try to get my room to sound as natural and as dry as possible, because that way I can put the reverb in that I want. Sometimes that's why we used to. I mean, some of us still do. I have a friend, man. We made a closet in his closet, man. We kept the clothes in it. Because the clothes, you just close the closet door. It gets hot. As long as you don't do it in the summer, you're all right.
Yeah.
you know, and go in there and do the tracking in the closet. I mean, because it's tight. It's got all the clothes in there, and that's soaking up all the sound. And so, I mean, there's been it'll probably never be told, but I guarantee you, there's been plenty of hits that were actually the voices are recorded in the closet. I guarantee you. Okay, so that's the reason why you had that kind of hollowy sound. That's just the sound of the mic that was picking it up, and it was picking up the reverberation and the sound of your room. Sometimes we can fix that by equalization. What equalization is matter of fact, what we're going to do down at the church is here's an EQ, for instance, and let's replay this. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me let me loop your voice. Okay, that's good enough. And we'll play your voice, and I will solo your voice. Soloing means that we're only going to listen to your voice.
The sand is calling. The waves are calling.
Okay, so
Imagine enjoying the wonderful chant.
So there's background noise too. So we can cut that background noise out. At least when you're not talking. Oops. Where we at? Okay, there we go. Oh, let me take off this lock because I want it to slide. There we go. So, and remember to cut. We can right click and Control E, or Control E or Command E on a Mac, and then I just deleted the section, and I'll do the same thing. And we can do this all the way through the piece.
And what you take? You said the background noise.
Yeah. There's still a little bit of background noise when you speak, but not as much as it is when you're not speaking.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna do a couple of them so you can hear what I'm saying. Uh, and I'm just shrinking it instead of doing two cuts. Okay, so let's just listen to it now.
The sand is calling. The waves are calling.
See, so there's still some background noise. You can hear it. Um, Sometimes we can use an equalizer. Like I'm gonna drop all the bass out because nothing's in that range. Our voices are not down there in that range. So, and let me make this so it repeats those two. Okay.
The sand is calling. The waves are calling. The sand is calling. The waves are calling. The sand is calling.
So I'm trying to make it so it's not as pronounced.
The waves are calling. The sand is calling. 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 The waves are calling.
Oh no, I can hear
The
you
sand is calling. The waves are calling. The sand is calling. The waves are calling. The sand is calling.
So I'm clearing it up a little bit. Uh, but that was just background noise.
Okay.
It might have been. I don't know if you had a fan running or it could be the fan, like the fan on my computer. If I have my mic too loud,
Okay.
you'll hear the fan on my computer, my laptop running.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, Stuff like that. There's software on the outside that we could actually literally take that noise out, and it would only be, yeah, it's called, we have noise reduction software. That's a such thing, and you can actually take it out. Depending on how good the noise reduction software, it will leave the a good amount of the voice there without touching anything else. So if you notice, I kind of EQ'd a lot of that out. Let me let you hear the difference. Um, so I'm going to do it first. I'm going to turn it off.
The sand is calling. The waves are calling.
Okay. So now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again with the EQ, and you should hear a difference.
The sand is calling. The waves are calling.
So it's a little less noisy, right?
Mhm.
And what I did was I tried to focus your voice was somewhere around in here. So I tried
Okay.
to focus your voice a little bit more by bringing this up a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, and and again, it's experimenting. I'm used to seeing. I mean, this doesn't have what I'm used to seeing. Usually, I see frequencies and stuff because I know kind of where voice frequencies are. But you can always do it just by just going all the way up and listening, and then bringing it down. It's experimentation,
Okay.
and you can trust your ears. You know, and the better you get at trusting your ears, the better you actually get at mixing and doing all of this stuff. So let me go back to, oops, what happened there? I didn't know that. Okay, here we go. And so I had this muted, soloed, I mean. So
Imagine
I love the music. The sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
the sand is calling.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said I was trying to keep the low levels while I was talking the same for each track, but I was struggling because this one be a little lot lower and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, the volume controls over here. So, um, sometimes the easiest way to do it is where's your vocal track? What you do is you solo your vocal track, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next track that's in is your sound effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So then you solo the sound effect with your voice,
Yeah.
right? So you do it one track at a time.
The sand is calling.
So if it's a little too loud, you turn down
The waves are calling.
Okay.
Imagine enjoying the wonderful chance to get away from your busy
and
life
then
and
at this
escape
point, okay, we bring in what track was this? This is
to some good music, relaxation, and fun. For just $4.99 per person, you could be doing just that in
and the other way to in music again, like we were talking about the stereo field, right and left. So as humans, we can look at something and our minds will break it apart. What's on the left? What's on the right? And it makes things that it makes music more palatable to us, and our ears and our brain is able to discern the different things that are going on because of the placements. So so things are not necessarily placed completely right and completely left. Some are a little bit right and a little bit left. Some's all the way left, all the way all the way to the right and all the way to the left. So you can make a spectrum of your sound, and it makes it easier on the people, on the listener, okay, to identify all the different parts. So between volume, how loud something is, and where it's in the right and left spectrum of that person, that's really what makes a big difference when it comes to music, and it comes to actually mixing and stuff, because you're thinking about what are people seeing, what are people visually, imaging in their head when they hear the music. So, um,
no time.
and then
Just call
again,
your Oasis travel agent to find out about all their tropical weekend getaway specials.
hold on, let's see, what's this?
That was good.
You'll be so
Hold on.
I was trying to find a steel drum, but I couldn't find it.
That was good. I love the music.
Looking hard. I put a search in for steel, drum, calypso.
Okay, I couldn't hear that. That was pretty low.
It
Okay,
was.
I soloed that one because it was pretty low. So, so I just brought this one in.
Imagine enjoying the wonderful chance to get away from your busy life and
So there's no rule to this. Um, there's no rule that I know of to this. But you can put was it the xylophone? You can put that a little bit to the left. The percussion thing, let's go that a little bit to the right. You see what I'm doing?
Mhm.
Um,
So the volume's not changing, it's just where you're hearing it from.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You see? And so, and that also creates, think of this, it creates a hole for the lead vocal to stay in. So if we're putting everything to the right and everything a little bit to the left and the vocals in the center, right? Now that's the lead, that's the vocal, that's the dub or whatever you want to call it. It's center, and that's what we so we perceive that as being when audibly we receive that as being in front of us, and everything else depending on volume, depending on where it's at in the right and left spectrum, it's either in front, it's either right next to the person, right or left, or it could be behind the person, right and left, depending on the volume. Or if we put it in a room, we're talking about reverb, a little reverb, that gives a perception of being in the background, you know. So things those kind of effects and the right and left spectrum and volume actually makes the differentiates in our mind where things are. So when you hear songs and on when you hear your favorite artists and stuff, if you listen to it, they're always dead center. Their vocals are always dead center. And if you put headphones on, or if you got good speaker system, you'll hear there's 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 backgrounds are spread out. The background vocals may be right, left, or spread out right and left, and that lead vocals are always right in the center, always. And the music is accompaniment, so that's down under, just as support. And music is a support for the vocals. So when we call down under, that means it's it's down. If you think about it, when you hear good music, when you usually like a song, or you like anything that's musical, it's usually a lead, a background, and the music. But even in the music, you may only hear like drums and bass and guitar, or drums, bass, keyboards. We try to keep it in production. When the person's singing, we only want three subjects: the person and three background subjects, because the mind. Um, and I'll just give you a little experience that I had. I used to be a band member, or I have a band leader, and they always put us in a wedding situation, and they always put the oldest people right by the PA system speakers. I never understood that, but they always do that. And they were the whole time that you're there, they say it's too loud, turn down, it's too loud, turn down. And we turn down where we're just playing like, we're just barely, 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 barely playing. And it was on record. And what happens is I tried this thing and I told my drummer, instead of playing the full drum set, do no rolls, no nothing. Just play a straight beat, snare, bass drum, bass drum, snare, bass drum. My bass player, I had him stop playing all these different notes, slapping, just play the notes of the song. I stopped doing, you know, and what we did was we played the song very, very, but we never turned down. We didn't turn down this time. What we did was we cut the amount of notes that we were playing at the same time. Because we syncopated, it's in our blood. We can do that syncopation, and we got all this rhythm and stuff going on.
Right.
But the people that were listening, it was too much information. So a lot of times when people say it's too loud, what they're saying is I can't compute all this information. too many notes. So they don't know how to say it's too many notes. They don't know how to say it's too much information. They will respond to you and say it's too loud. So we didn't turn down. Matter of fact, we played louder. We just played less notes, and the old people and everybody in the place says it was great. You're the greatest, you know. And we got hired back and all that kind of stuff. More and more weddings, more. But it was something that we had to learn because we thought we were doing good because we was syncopated and playing all these rhythms, and it sounded great to me. But it was just too much rhythm for. We weren't playing any bad notes. Nothing out of tune. It was just too many notes for the people to to calculate in their brains. So that's what we have to always think about when we do things. Um, we always we in school we're trained that minimalistic is a good thing. You know, if you can do something with less tracks, it's a good thing. If you can do something with less sounds, it's a good thing. If you can do something, and if you notice in the music nowadays, you will hear it may be a lot of stuff, and then they'll change when the vocalist comes in. It'll only be two or three things in the background. Then when he goes out, then the backgrounds are in and the chorus is in, and it may be a whole bunch of different instruments, and then they drop out again, and you're back to the two or three instruments because they don't want to take away from that lead vocal too much information. People need to focus on the lyrics and on the lead person or on your overdub or on your and so that's what the focus is what you're saying and what we do is we create a bed for it to lie in a tapestry for you to be able to draw on, but the tapestry itself is not the star of the show. What you put on it is the star of the show. So that's the way we have to always think when we're thinking production and anything, and even as small as doing an advertisement, a commercial. We don't want and what you guys did was beautiful because um, you know the sea and all of that for vacation. And I wanted to go right now. I'm ready for vacation anyway. And the spa situation that is awesome too. I mean, and both of you had the right idea, just the right idea, and y'all did great.
Mhm.
Your voiceovers were great. I loved them. I really loved them. Y'all did good work. I mean, like
Thank you.
it was awesome. Really, really, it was awesome.
Well,
Um,
thank you.
and believe it or not, we're at the hour point.
Mhm.
and it was a good lesson. And next week, what we're going to be doing is you're going to learn how to copy a song, but not copy it. I'm not saying that legally correct, uh, but you're going to match a song. We're gonna have like four songs that you guys can choose from,
Mm.
and what you're going to do is you're going to create a song like it. Here's the scenario, the general scenario. Beyonce says, I like that song that give me another female vocalist.
Um, Adele.
Adele. Hey, go on. I did this with him. He said Adele too.
Yes.
All right.
Great minds think alike.
There you go.
That is so funny. But so I like this. Beyonce likes that Adele song that just came out, whatever it is, and she comes to her writers and say, "I need a song like that."
Mhm.
So now you got to write a song that will not put her in jeopardy of a lawsuit, but it will have the same kind of feel, the same kind of energy, and the same kind of but different lyrics. Now we're only gonna do the chorus because I'm not gonna tell you to do the whole song, but we're gonna find choruses, the choruses of some songs. It'll be probably a couple of gospel songs and a couple of R&B songs or whatever, and y'all can choose which one you want to do. And what we'll do is we will have the already have setups where there you can just log in and that song will be in there, and now you can go keep on going back into it and muting it and saying, "Are we close?" and that kind of thing. Um, and then you can either um, you can write your own little lyric and record it.
Oh, Lord.
Well, you can cheat. You got a husband that can sing.
There you go, Lady Vicky.
Yeah, because you're a producer now. The producer don't have to sing.
Haha.
you know,
Mhm.
just tell him now. You got to tell him what to sing.
Okay.
that'll,
Oh,
that'll
Lord.
that'll be fun.
Sometimes pray. Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a try. Will
Right.
it work? I'll just do it myself.
And y'all can sing too. Y'all can work on it together if you want it. If you got backgrounds or anything like that, and you got harmonies, that's fine. Have fun. I'm just telling you, have fun with it. And Lady Deborah, Sister Deborah, the same thing with you. If you want to work with anybody, actually, if you want to work with either me or Jordan,
Okay.
we could do that with you next week. So if you wanted to, because this is by the way, the last step was it's going to be a collaboration project.
Uh-huh.
It is to be able to work with two people or more.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have anybody to work with, if Brother Keith can't work with you, then Jordan or I will work with you, and that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
And so the idea is so that you know how to work together with somebody else doing this.
Right.
Okay. Last but not least, and I want this on the video, uh, we are starting our cinematography class tomorrow on Saturday at 11 o'clock. It's only going to be for 1 hour tomorrow. Jordan and I are doing it. Basically, we're going to be giving you the what do you call it? The introduction to the course. But a young man named Randy Williams, who is a cinematographer, and right now he's doing commercials. He's literally doing a bunch of commercials this week, so
Mhm.
he can start out the first class. So he'll be there starting next week. Since we only have one class a week for the cinematography, it'll be a longer class. It'll be an hour, hour and a half, and it can go into 2 hours, but no, not over 2 hours. Um, and that's going to be every Saturday. And that I think that's it. Did I miss anything, Jordan?
Nope. I think that was good.
Okay. So thank you very much. And again, it was great. If y'all have any questions, please forward them, or if you have any suggestion right now, you can bring it in. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to stop the share, and I'm going to start the recording. Stop. And come on now.